Well, Joe, the shooting all happened in this Dixie Queen parking lot in the past hour, according to a witness. Pretty active. I want to show you all the scene. I'm on now what appears to be a back porch of this burned house here in Fraser. I want to show you all the damage to the bus here. She was simply getting gas here when a man opened her passenger side door. Well, Joe, teddy bears here, even flowers still mark the area where Derek Stewart was killed. You see a bullet hole here in this home. Neighbors told me they heard several rounds of gunshots. 14 months of pain and grief for Jessica Chambers' family. We just got this new picture of Quentin Telly. Well, Joe, as you know, reading for the first time what happened was pretty emotional and tough for the family of Darius Stewart. Now, I showed you all this sign here at 5 o'clock. You can see here how the ice has pretty much taken over. The driver of the car is now facing an attempted first-degree murder charge. And here's how downtown was Friday. Dark.
Jerry Askin spoke with a grandmother who is thankful that her family was not hurt. Jerry?
Yeah, Kanji, many folks here running for safety after gunfire overnight. You see a bullet hole here in the home. Now, many homes and cars here shot up. Bullet hole after bullet hole after bullet hole.
And I rolled out of bed and hit the floor.
Folks here on Birchfield Drive in Fraser running for safety after a drive-by shooting overnight.
It was like more than about 30 shots around that shot on this street last night.
It was like a war zone, if you ask Lisa Stringfellow.
Could have murdered us because I actually thought I almost was going to have a heart attack.
And residents here tell me more than a half a dozen homes were shot up here overnight, and as you can see, cars were not spared either.
They act like they were in Afghanistan somewhere. I don't know what's wrong with these young folks.
And inside of April Gant's home.
Here's one of the bullet holes that they shot into the door when they were shooting.
Angels, after her two grandkids, who usually sleep over on the couch, did not stay over last night, thankfully. Bullets flew through her home and through her couch.
I'm thinking when they shot here, then they would have shot my grandkids in the head, and they probably wouldn't be here today.
Now, as police work to find the person or people responsible and why it all happened,
somebody just acted mentally retarded last night, all out the head.
Many residents are happy nobody was hit by gunfire or hurt.
But I just thank God, baby, we was covered with the blood.
And back live now, you see a bullet hole there in the gutter of this home. No one is behind bars for this shooting. Police are still working to find out more. Coming up here at 6, we're putting together what is being done to reduce crime here in the Fraser, Raleigh, North Memphis area. For now, we're live in Fraser. Jerry Askin, WMC Action News 5.
For other buyers, only on 5. Jerry?
Hey, Joe, pretty scary and frightening for the couple. All happening here in Raleigh at the corner of Hillwood and Jocelyn Streets. Pretty frightening for sure. And it's all caught on camera. 9 gunshots. And screams of fear. All after a Craigslist sale turned into a robbery.
The gentleman had the gun in my face.
Eugene Rose and his wife drove from their Olive Branch home, planning to meet a woman here in Raleigh. But when they got here, instead,
the gentleman walked up beside our car, opened our doors, an AK-47 on that guy, AK-47 on this guy.
It was a scam. Eugene Rose sped off. You can hear his wife screaming as robbers in dark hoodies shoot at their SUV. And their SUV now is covered in bullet holes. And one bullet even went through the SUV, all as the family was inside. What did they steal from you?
$16,000.
$16,000. That's a lot of money. Cash the Rose couple brought, they say, to buy a Chevy pickup truck like the one here. It's a lesson learned.
You need to go to a police station or some fire station or some site where there's cameras and people, you feel protected.
But a miracle, they say.
We're blessed to be alive.
After this scary encounter.
But I'm alive, and I'm not going to do this again the wrong way.
And again, some good news. Nobody was hurt, thankfully. Meantime, no one is behind bars for the robbery and shooting, but if you know anything called Crime Stoppers. Well, Joe, the man who recorded this video is Kevin Henry. He told me he was waiting for the bus nearby and asked to use the restroom here. And what happened inside has many people talking.
I'm scared of my life.
It's a video making rounds on social media and has many people talking.
I was scared for my life, so I ran in the restroom and I locked the door.
All happening inside this Orange Mound Laundromat. The owner is seen holding a gun, asking Kevin Henry to leave.
Get out of here.
Today, Henry told me he walked inside this laundromat last Thursday to try and use the restroom when the owner told him,
I had to wash something, so I take my jacket off and I throw it in the washer. I'm about to wash it.
Then he said he ran inside the restroom fearing for his safety after he says the owner used racial slurs and even pulled out a gun.
I said, why do I have to leave? And he said, get out, don't worry, this is my place.
According to police, the owner said he went and got his gun because when he told the man to leave, he took off his jacket.
I've asked you to leave.
Now today when I came by the laundromat to get the owner's point of view, he told me to leave. He said it really wasn't worth talking about and said his lawyer would be in touch with me. But turns out perhaps the owner was defending himself and his business. Police say Henry said he has mental disorders and wanted to harm or even kill himself and others. The police report also said that you threatened to kill others and even hurt yourself.
Nah, they lied to get him off the hook.
Henry denied having a mental disorder. Some people nearby said the owner went too far.
If a man just wanted to use the room, we just let him use the restroom.
Others have a different opinion.
If it's not public restroom, he should allow.
But Henry admits it's a lesson learned. So maybe a lesson learned here when someone say don't use the restroom in their business, don't?
Yeah.
And no one is facing charges for what happened here. Within the past 10 minutes, the owner's lawyer told me Kevin Henry walked inside here very unruly and said the owner, too, was concerned about his safety and the safety for his customers. Reporting live here in Orange Mound, Jerry Askin, WMC Action News 5.